Let's get this started already. Hey.
MP's about to tear it up.
Ain't ready, MP.
Takes it very seriously until the week.
Generally,
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Brian Anderson here, with me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. And with a new class entering the league, here is our rookie race. A look at the early returns. Plenty of time for someone who might not be on the list to become a big-time factor. You look at Lopez. We're about halfway through the season now, and he's outside of the top 5 spots. But he's been playing really well, and there's plenty of games left to go.
And while he's below some of the other rookies on that list, you can tell he's dialing in and finding his footing.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a more confident, forceful player in the second half of this season. The best is yet to come from him.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. Then there's Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Lopez in at the 2. And for the Grizzlies, Luke Kennard out there with Ja Morant. Then it's Edey. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Jackson in at the 4-man position. Well, at this point of the season, the identity and merit of each team is becoming more and more clear, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed. I mean, we have a good understanding of who the real contenders are. But there always seems to be a dark horse team that makes a push in the second half of the season. Anything can happen.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Lopez. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. Here's Morant. Back to Jackson. Jackson outside. Off the mark there with a 3. Lopez finds Curry. Lopez, the screen. Here's the 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talks about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, fiery wing. Coach said you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step, Grant.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, B.A. You got Morant, Bane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
Now here's Morant. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Kennard against Lopez. Shot from the low post is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now here's Jackson. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Here's Morant. And it's Morant again missing.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
And here's Lopez from the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Morant against Curry. Shot clock at 5. Fades away. The Warriors pull it in.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Pass to Lopez. Now Butler. Lopez, the screen on Jackson. The shot by Butler, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Morant with it. Here's Edey, covered by Jackson-Davis. Morant with it. Shot to stop the run. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. Morant's got his second bucket on the night.
When Ja is knocking down that 3 consistently, it takes his game to a different level.
And you think about the fearlessness of Ja Morant and how he attacks, even as a smaller player. RJ, you got any comparisons?
I would say AI, but AI was more of a 2-guard, even though he was a couple inches shorter, but definitely similarities of how they attack the paint with fearlessness.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Shoots over Kuminga. Jackson gets the bucket.
This is where you want Jackson Jr. going to town. He's got a nice soft touch around the rim.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the Thunder. They've come down in the rankings a little, landing in the 5th spot for now.
I think for the Warriors, they've done a fantastic job of developing team chemistry. Higher on this list than lots of people expected. One of my favorite stories so far.
Butler on the wing. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Pippen. Now Jackson. Here's Pippen. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Clark. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Butler. Memphis with a rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Pippen, no good. Butler finds Payton. And here's Podziemski. Outside, Green. From deep. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Grizzlies with some changes. Edey's checked in for Clark, and it's Kennard in for Williams. Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Lopez comes in for Podziemski. Grizzlies trail by 3. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. We've got Santi Aldama, Luke Kennard out there with Ja Morant. Then it's Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general of their last time out against the Knicks made a big difference. He tallied 10 points and made an effort to share it with his guys, too. A surprise effort from a guy who typically plays a smaller role. We'll see if he can keep building the momentum.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
I completely agree. They should go to him early. If he gets hot, I think another big game is coming.
Outside Payton. Back to Lopez. Fires from deep. Memphis with a rebound.
Credit to him for trying to get that three right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
And there's Edey. That's good. And the assist by Morant. Now it's a 3-point Memphis lead.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Ja. He's always looking to move that ball.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And Lopez gets it to go.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Morant, the pass to Aldama. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Edey. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
And the Warriors make some changes. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Green, and Jimmy Butler is subbed in for Payton. It's both from the stripe. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Lopez for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Lopez has got 6 points in the quarter.
Just great awareness from Curry. So good at reading the floor and finding his open teammates.
There's Jackson with the 3. Kuminga pulls it in.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
That one's off. Memphis making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. And Golden State also making a switch. Podziemski's checked in for Curry. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. They also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Jackson against Lopez. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And that misses. That would have put him up. Memphis has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. There's 57 seconds left in the second period.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now Lopez, 11 points in the game.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Golden State. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Butler. Butler, so crafty around the rim.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Pippen. Knocks it down from distance. Pippen's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's Lopez. High post. And that one drops. Lopez has got 8 here in this quarter.
they're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Memphis ahead, leading by a point. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
These first-year guys, very impressive so far. Now it is, who can sustain this level of play?
And the key is to follow your routine. Strength, conditioning, I'm not going to say diet because I'm not on a diet, but all the things you weren't thinking about when you were in school.
And now, guys, let's talk about these Warriors and this close game they find themselves in.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood, Shaq. Gimmies are the only shots you make.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And so in the game for the Warriors, they've got Stephen Curry. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then a straight Jackson Davis, and it's Lopez in a shooting guard.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Lopez against Kennard. Basket's good. Lopez has got 15.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Outside Morant. Oh, Morant gets it done inside.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
Warriors trail by 4. The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Butler against Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Down low. Here's Edey. Nails the baby hook. Give him 8 points now.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Jackson Davis with it. Three-pointer. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Banked it in off the glass. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their execution after halftime has been excellent, making their first 4.
Pass to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked. And and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. Up top, Curry, pounded by Morant. 5 to shoot, and out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Jimmy Butler.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Green's checked in for the Warriors. And then Morant with the dunk.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Lopez can't hit.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
Inside, here's Jackson. Rebounded by Green. Warriors trail by 3. Right side, Butler. Here's Jackson Davis. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Jackson with a screen on Curry. From deep, Morant. The Warriors pull it in. Green, the pass to Lopez. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them. And so it's Memphis with it. It's a 1-point game. Kennard outside. Back to Morant from behind the arc. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Pass to Lopez. Back to Curry for the lead. Curry rises up and hits the 3.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
Aldama outside. Now Jackson, 3-pointer. Rebounded by Butler. Here's Lopez. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now here's Kennard. From deep, Morant. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
A huge 3 allows them to snatch the lead heading into the...
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's the Grizzlies up by 1. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama out there with Ja Morant. And it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Aldama, the pass to Clark. Picked by Aldama from the arc. Pippen, no good. The Warriors leading. And Clark with a block. Here's Wells, guarded by Payton. Pippen, pass to Morant. Here's Pippen, shoots over Curry. Pippen, no good. Now here's Curry. Defense right on him. Pass to Looney. Outside Payton. Outside Curry. The deep 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Aldama, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And this is part of Morant's role as a guard. He's responsible for finding the open man.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Payton. And it's Lopez in for Podziemski. Lopez against Kennard. On the wing, Curry. Launches it. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 5 rebounds in the game. Jackson surveying the D to the paint. And that one is stuffed right through.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And Lopez gets it to go.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Jackson outside. Pass to Kennard. Jackson the screen from 11 feet away and all around the rim that time before dropping. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Lopez. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
At the line for the Warriors, Lopez. One shot.
And Lopez no good on that one. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Curry against Morant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Morant doing a good job using the pump fake to his advantage.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a lead. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them a lead.
Lopez can't hit. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lopez passes to Curry. Over Morant. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
The 11-footer. And again, it's Memphis missing. Golden State has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Oh, nails the triple.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Massive points from Morant, willing to take the big shots.
Butler on the wing. Lopez, the screen. Second chance effort. Oh, he nails it.
Demanding the ball in the big moment. Butler lives for moments like this.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Butler. Rebounded by Lopez.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. The kick out, Curry. From downtown. Oh, he buries it from outside.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 5. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
At times running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Jackson for 3. He buries it from 3.
And what were they thinking, leaving 3 guys, like 3, open on the perimeter? They got what they asked for.
And he commits the intentional foul. And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For